Korea should not be independent of either China or America because Korea will be poor as fuck, you know? So Korea cannot afford to make either America or China its enemy.
Hanky Poo's been saying some crazy. Hank has this fantasy. So Hank has a fantasy about these large countries, China and...
Korean language is disgusting. I'm sorry. Korean language is disgusting. Korean language is a shit, overtly complicated language.
Go show us that you have a bunch of money. If you're not destitute, prove it. He still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District. He's still relying on a public defender, which is for brokies.
Guys, we got some big updates on Hank Yu, or I saw many people are calling him in the comments, Hanky Poo. Yes, so Hanky Poo is right now doing everything possible to make South Korea look bad, and Hank Yu will face up to $22,000 in fines and up to 3 years in jail for doing all this. How? I break everything down in today's video with proof and evidence. So yes, guys, can you imagine what kind of free speech South Korea is allowing? People from their own country degrading it and posting the videos online, and nothing is happening? Still roaming free, no charges, literally nothing. He's openly saying things about Korean politics, and he just said if Korea makes enemies with China and America, Korea is gone. Like, can you imagine? Watch here.
I have to care about Korean politics because I live here, right? I'm a centrist, what they call 중파, right? Because you know why? Because I think both leftists and right-wingers are retarded. Korea should not be independent of either China or America because Korea will be poor as fuck, you know? So Korea cannot afford to make either America or China its enemy. Korea is best by maintaining military alliance with America and economic cooperation with China. Yeah. So therefore, I'm a centrist.
Guys, can you imagine degrading your country and saying like it will be poor without like China and America's support? For Hank and people who don't know, there is no way Korea is poor. South Korea is actually one of the most developed and innovative countries in the world, and they turned their economy around after the war through hard work, education, and technology. Today, South Korea doesn't depend on China or the US to stay rich. It's the opposite. South Korea has a strong economy built on global exports, advanced technology, K-pop, tourism, and its own powerful infrastructure. Even without support from China or the US, South Korea has enough talent, global partnerships, and innovation to stay wealthy on its own. So for Hank Yu saying all these things, Hank could face multiple serious punishments if we can spread the news and share the video with everyone, especially South Korean officials. Whatever Hank Yu said against South Korea publicly, he can face huge charges, like if a South Korean citizen insults their own country or people on a live stream and it damages Korea's image globally, they could face serious consequences. They might be charged with public insult, defamation, or spreading false information under the Information and Communications Network Act. Penalties can include fines up to 30 million Korean won, which is around 22,000 US dollars, or even jail time for up to 3 years, depending on how serious the case is. On top of that, they could face major social backlash and be investigated by authorities. Did you see? The charges aren't small, but Hank knows Korea is not going to charge him. That's why he did it again, but this time even worse than before. This time he tore other flags and showed China's flag with respect. For YouTube community guidelines, I can't show you the tearing parts of the flag. Watch it. So guys, if Korea cannot punish Hank, why don't they fulfill his wish and send Hank to China? And if any Chinese or American is watching this video, guys, do you think China will accept this handsome, intelligent guy who can do gay shift for them? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, I said gay shift. Watch this video where someone asked him what he always does for a living. Hank replied that he does gay shift for a living. So I don't know if China needs someone who can do this service for them.
Hey, how you doing, sir? What do you do for a living?
I do gay shit for a living. What's up? What's up? Shit, I'm a thug hunter.
Thug hunter. There's some thugs over there. There's some thugs over there.
Go.
Fuck. Get the fuck away from this nigga.
And look, in this video for this statement, Hank will surely get in trouble very soon, where Hank and Johnny Somali showed some big lands in Seoul, Korea, and openly said China and America should take away half of these lands from Korea. He also said many degrading words towards South Korea. Here in this video, Legal Mindset exposed why he is trying so hard to become Chinese and praise China by insulting South Korea.
Hank has this fantasy. So Hank has a fantasy about these large countries, China and US, that they're like all powerful and can do whatever they want, you know, which kind of plays into Johnny's fantasy of like Johnny's American, so he can do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants. No, he can't. And let me tell you right now, if you think you're American or Chinese and can get away with everything, you're crazy. You're crazy, right? That's insane. Maybe he's talking about Korean Americans, but even then, not really. So Hank, the dildo, Hank says, never leave your house without your American passport. King Terry says, are you even Korean, bro? The Koreans claim you're Chinese. What an honor. I wish I was. LMAO, racial slur. I'm not going to read this or say this, but you guys can read this yourself. Racial slur thinks being Chinese is an insult. Imagine that. Once again, this is Hank, who's praising the CCP, praising China. He still lives in Korea, and he's racial slurring his own people, right? He says, I wish I was Chinese. I wish I was Chinese. So he's simping for China big because America rejected him, right? And now he really goes in on Korea.
Now I hope you understand the reason behind Hank always praising China and America, because Hank thinks China and America are the most powerful countries. If he ever gets the chance to enter America or China, he's never going to come back to South Korea. And how can he do it? By praising China and the USA so that somehow he can seek asylum by saying he's not safe in South Korea and he wants asylum in the USA or China. You know what's even worse? Hank doesn't even let the Korean language go from his insults. Watch this video, how Hank Yu brutally degrades the Korean language live.
Let me say this.
What?
Korean language is disgusting. I'm sorry. Korean language is disgusting. Korean language is a overtly complicated language. Language is better when it's simpler, you know? Like all the honorific, all the grammatical that you have to worry about, all the nuance shit. Out of Korean language is Hangul is actually the Korean letters.
Hangul, they're saying what the Hangul? What is that?
So I would like to say to the Korean police and government, why are you keeping someone in your country who doesn't respect your country, your language, your people? Please deport him or punish him for what he is doing to ruin South Korea's image. Guys, don't you think South Korea is ignoring Hank and only focusing on Johnny Somali? Let me know in the comments. Now Hank Yu will face up to 3 years in jail and almost $22,000 in fines. And you know what's worse? He doesn't have any money to pay his lawyers.
Go show us that you have a bunch of money. If you're not destitute, prove it, right? Even go to one nice dinner that costs a significant amount of money. How about let's start with this. How about you buy a real lawyer that actually registers in the Western District? Remember, he still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District. He's still relying on a public defender, which is for brokies, which is for people that are destitute. How about you spend your money on a real lawyer in the Western District? He tries to claim, oh, I had one in the Eastern District that's paid. Well, he's not registered on your active case. All of your charges are now in one case, and you've got a brokey lawyer.
So guys, this is the thing. Hank Yu is right now using Johnny Somali to earn money through streaming so that both of them can get out of trouble and escape South Korea as soon as possible. I made a video on how they are planning to escape South Korea to America. Subscribe to the channel to see the master plan of Hank and Johnny Somali, where they are planning to escape South Korea to America. Also, share your opinion. Do you think South Korea will be able to punish Hank before he escapes to America?